So hello everyone, I'm Amano here. Welcome to my review of Game episode 5. I think it was a really fun episode. Man, I love that scene. I mean, I love those scenes, but I used to really love that scene. When he went out there, Amano goes out to tell off Chiaki how awesome Aguri is, right? Because obviously she thinks they're together. He goes out there and be like, oh, she's the best girlfriend ever. She's super funny. She's really nice. She's really in love. Like, leave her alone. And she's like, okay, good for you. Right? And she's like, damn it. Stop coming bragging about your girlfriend. It's like, it's so good. I mean, obviously, she does like him in a Tsundere way, even though she wasn't admit it, right? And it's so funny there with him going out here. Because he's trying to tell her off to leave Urahara alone, right? And he's like, what? And he reads it as completely as him bragging about his girl in for her. That was just like brilliant misunderstanding there. That was really brilliant. I mean, this anime is all about misunderstanding, but that was the best part I think so far in the anime. Where the main character is out and tries to argue with this other woman that's like, leave my, I guess his best friend alone because he has a girlfriend. And she's like, stop bragging about your girlfriend. It's like, that was completely, that was the best scene in this anime thing so far. It was a great scene. And overall, I like the plot because it was driven by Urahara, Takashi Urahara. And I love the part when he was all like, this is gonna be so much fun. He was trying to do the anime. So I love that because there was a lot of this like fourth wall joke in that. There was a lot of fourth wall here. When he's like, oh, this is awesome. If I set up Tendo with him, plus Chiaki as Momo-san, he's gonna be like, oh, I have two girlfriends now. It's gonna be hilarious. I wanna be there and see that. It's gonna be super fun. So he's trying to do the fourth wall. He's saying like, this is actually like an anime. It's like, yay! This is like one of those relationship animes. I'm gonna make it happen. It's like, yeah, this guy, he's well aware of what's happening. Oh, so that was great. That was great. I mean, generally, the only thing I found weird, as I mentioned in my live reaction, was of course that this episode goes strictly right off after episode 3, but we did episode 4 in between. And then they do mention, he's talking to him like, tell me you already friends. No, now we aren't, but didn't you like a date one day? He's like, what? Did you have that? You mentioned that race coin thing? I was more like a gaming day. Yeah, but you are friends now, at least friends. Probably even in a relationship. We're like, what are we? That all happened in episode 4. So, I guess episode 4's timeline is about like the break of episode 5. So the first half of episode 5 is before episode 4, right? And then episode 4 is like in between, like 1 or 2 days in the middle, yeah, some time frame in between there, I suppose. That's a little strange that you could have it on the way around instead. They add so much that he intended to have like a date that didn't like really come to context anyway. Except that line didn't matter so much, so it was a little strange. But otherwise, it was a really good episode. I really like Aguri. Maybe I just love Gyro girls too much, but yeah, she's definitely the best girl. Love the part where she was standing outside. They have this like game meetup. She's standing there doing the shopper thing. It's like, can I come in? No, I don't want to. Do that back and forth for like 5 minutes there. Like, she wants to listen in, right? Because her boyfriend is there. She's very threatened by the other girl. Then Tendo is also there. That damn anime is confusion, yeah. Damn anime is a lot of weird moments, right? That she thinks he's sitting on Tendo for a bit when he's trying to butter her up for Amano. And then of course we also see Chiaki entering and them holding hands. He's like, wait, you two are boy lover guys? What? So yeah, that has all that stuff. But the whole restaurant is definitely the best. The whole thing is Aguri and Amano. Very funny. And then of course both the waitress, everyone's complaining on him. Be like, oh god, that guy's a horrible boyfriend. He's like, it's not my girlfriend, leave me alone. So that was great. And yeah, they had a lot of fourth wall joke, because they also had the fourth wall joke earlier as well there with Urahara's like, do you actually like him? No, I don't, but do you like him in a Tsundere way? It's like he was doing this movie thing now, where you're telling me you don't like him, but you actually love him? No, I don't, I hate him. I'm, okay, I see where you're going. It's like, no, I don't like him. It's like that, and he's all the time. He knowing though that both of them are Mono and Tsushan. And I love that thing, that part was great too, when he was like asking her, so why say your name? He's like, oh, my maiden's last name, my mother's maiden last name was this. Sometimes I also go by this. And it's like, oh god, these two are exactly the same. They are exactly the same. And of course, all of those moments are really hilarious. And I wonder when the anime will ever reveal that to them. It feels like there is going to be an ongoing joke, right? They never actually reveal that they do know each other. Because he's like, well, I have this indie developer that I really like. She does these amazing games. They're all like really innovative and they make their own, blah, blah, blah. But Chiaki, she probably does horrible games. And he's like, this is painful to watch, knowing the real information. Yeah. And he keeps going on with like, you suck, and so on. It's like, okay. All those scenes are like all really, really fun, of course. But they are building on one thing though, and that's very interesting to see this anime. When they ever reveal that, it feels like an ending of season 1 or something. When they reveal the truth to them that they actually are best friends online, right? Definitely something that I don't think they're gonna talk about for them in the long run. Like it's long episodes until they get it, because that's like one of the really core things, right, in this anime that they don't know. They hate each other in real life, but they actually are like best lovers on the internet. Like that, that's like they're extremely similar. But I think it's funny though, because obviously, as you saw in the earlier episode, the only real reason why they hate each other is like it's very, very minimum thing, right? Oh, but you like PS4 over Xbox, we can never be best friends. But he's like, but don't you both own both consoles and play all the games? But yeah, but I still like this more or something. It's like, yeah, they have this like really, really weird. It's like really weird. Oh, I love this anime. They're both like, they love the same anime or same game. But he's like, well, we have to, this is the best character. And like, no, this is the best character. It's like me and my best friend, if we were both watching gamers. And I'm like, Aguri-chan, she's the best character. He's like, oh, it's Tendo. And I'm like, well, I will never speak to you again in my life. They're very, very, like, very serious about their fandom. And while they also, of course, are so similar. So that was great and so on. It was interesting to see him playing that. I was saying it before too. It's like he always played those like vision novel games with blonde girls. So like you get killed by it. Yeah, it's like I always get killed by the one that looks like Tendo-san. And that was also pretty. I would say that was a fourth wall as well. When he was talking to Amano talking about it, it's like, don't tell me I can't learn dating girls by playing dating games. Like, obviously, don't tell me that. It's obviously a good thing to do. It's like, no, he said, come on, man, I love dating games. That was great too. Anyway, yeah, last thing I want to mention before I forget about it. It was good as well. It was, of course, well, actually two things, I guess. First, we're seeing then Urahara and Tendo, right? And when Chiaki leaves, and she is like, oh, I couldn't believe Kate has a cute girlfriend. She is really, really fine. And then she leaves like, what that? He's a girlfriend, whatever. She's cute. Like, I'm cute to that. And she leaves like, a piece of little jelly there, right? Yeah, some jelly. And that scene was both good in a comedy of it. Because you see both, of course, Tendo like, but that's supposed to be my boyfriend. He has a girlfriend. And of course, the actual boyfriend of Aguri. Urahara, his hand there. What the hell? Right. That scene itself was really good. Just how they animate in the different. They have a great production where they just shape their faces and like pan out slowly. And I really liked the scene afterwards. Very, very interesting scene there. And it reminds me of the banana slitting. They both run out, right? Tendo runs out crying, I will never join this club. I hate you guys. Yeah, she runs out. And we see this like camera really slowly paneling after. That was awesome. But then they really made it cool by seeing, of course, Tiger also running all the way, and then the camera like turns around and we see it like upside down. It's running like in the roof instead or the ceiling, I guess. I mean, and so that was really cool how they did it. But anyway, but I really liked after that scene then that's the build up, right? And then the next scene is when he's playing this fighting game on the arcades. And then after I see that first I didn't get it. That was still unclear, but I did notice it. It took like a while to get this scene, I guess. But it was a very, very cool scene here. He's sitting there, he's like playing, like, maybe she likes him, maybe they're kind of similar, right? And he's sitting there, and everyone's like staring at him. And first I didn't get it. It was speaking loud, he kind of acting, I guess, erratically. But then you actually see them pan out the screen, like insert coin. So he's actually sitting there playing it on his stick, right? He's like hammering the game, and actually it's just like there is no game on, right? There is no actual game on. You just keep hammering there. Does she actually love me? Does she actually love that guy? That scene was great. But it's unclear at first, like why is everyone saying it? That was a really nice point, a really nice joke there. So anyway, I think it was a really good episode. I think it probably was a fun episode so far. So anyway, see you next week and have a great day.